Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a terrific night here, Friday night live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Live tonight here at the Kokomo Speedway, Kokomo, Indiana. Great to come out for the season finale. 5-week challenge being put on by the gang at Max Throttle Motorsports. I gotta thank their great sponsor, of course, Stupid Fresh Graphics. Great to have you all aboard here live tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil LaCasse here. Jack Churn on the controls. A Phil and Jack attack live and in living color on a Friday night. 10 drivers out here at the quarter-mile Kokomo Speedway. Let's take you through the starting lineup here for heat racing action tonight. One heat race, one feature. Going to be a quick night for us. And on the pole, tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time goes to car number 61 of Josh Peacock with the number 10 of Casey Brunson alongside. Row number 2, number 37 is Willie Whitaker, the number 10 car of Davey Lamont on the outside of row 2. Row 3 finds Michael Redding in the deuce, the 35 of Stephen Gregory, Alex Cummings in the 631, David Coots, number 19, Caleb Ramsey in the 13, and the number 8 of Marvin Coots. 10 cars already working their way off turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Going to go by quick here tonight at this quarter mile Kokomo Speedway. You're going to expect to see cars rim riding up high, bouncing off the wall all night long. And one of the things about the Kokomo Speedway that kind of makes it a little bit unique is it's very tight quarters. It is very fast, and you'll see these full-fender race cars up on the top lane all night long. Going to be tough to pass off turn number 2. Josh Peacock leads the way down this short little chute into the 3rd and 4th corner. He works his way off to complete lap number 3. 10 laps of distance here tonight in heat race action. He leads now a car length over himself. And is that the number 10 car of Davey Lamont up to the 2nd spot? So Davey up to 2nd, trying to make his way back into the back end of the 61. He's down to the low side. We got a race for the lead down in turn number 1, but it is going to be really tough to pass here at this racetrack tonight. You're going to have to make it happen, I believe, up high. A terrific slider going to have to be thrown to be done to the bottom. Davey is going to try that. Throws it down there, skirts of that big old Ute tire, looking alongside Josh Peacock for the race lead. Down in turns over 1 and 2. Don't count out Casey Brunson, the 0-10 machine. 10 car rolling up high there, running in the 3rd spot. Now maybe you're going to take a peek down low through turns number 3 and 4. Already halfway in. Now 6 laps of 10 complete for car number 61, Josh Peacock. Davey Lamont in there for 2. Casey Brunson back there in 3rd. Little gap between themselves and Stephen Gregory running in the 4th spot. Willie Whitaker making up your top 5. Alex Cummings, the 631. He rides 6. Basically all single file back into the field right now as it's a pretty good race here up front. Peacock continuing to lead, but you can see it is so dang tough to pass. It's Davey Lamont doing all he can, looking for room up high, trying to find it down low as they are all trying to keep those cars off the racetrack the best they can as 2 to go already. 2 more trips around this quarter mile here for Josh Peacock. Davey Lamont, Casey Brunson has gapped himself in that 3rd position. Stephen Gregory back there running in 4th. Off turn number 4 as we come to the white flag. one more trip around. 61 versus 10 car for the race lead. Davey Lamont wall riding through 1 and 2. He may find a lane up high down the chute. Josh slams the door shut. Over to turn 3 and 4. Davey going to drive that thing hard left. Make a dive through the corner. Got to come up short. Josh Peacock will take down the winning qualifying. Davey Lamont for second. Casey Brunson to finish up third. Stephen Gregory, Willie Whitaker running out our top 5. Alex Cummings, David Koontz, Marvin Koontz, Caleb Ramsey, Michael Redding making up our 10-car field. Heat racing action complete. We're going to move it in, I believe, to feature racing that may be coming up next here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So what do you say we take this thing trackside before we get going? Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red bells bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
And back here live at your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented to live tonight by our friends over at Head Over Record Service. Check them out today over on Facebook. Also, iRacing iFlag. Check them out, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, big shout out to our friends Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking. Also, locate them on Facebook. Shout out to BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway, Corpus Christi's place to race down in South Texas. Jake Keel over at Montstar Productions, as he's out the Knoxville Nationals, having a great time, great follow this week on the Montstar Productions page on Facebook. Also, a thanks to TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent as we get ready to lock and load. 10 cars, 35 laps around. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup on the pole aboard car number 61. Bulletproof Motorsports brings us Josh Peacock in row number 2. Or outside first row car number 10, that is Davey Lamont. Row number 2, the 010 of Casey Brunson. The number 35 of Stephen Gregory. Willie Whitaker rolls off fifth. He's in car 37. With the 631 of Alex Cummings on the outside of row 3. Fourth row, the Koontz row with the row number 4, the 19 of David Koontz, the 8 of Marvin Koontz, and shotgun on the field. We have Michael Redding in the deuce. Caleb Ramsey, the number 13, rounding out our 10-car field. We are already iRacing iFlag, green flag here, opening up a 35-lap main event. We are already off turn number 4, completing lap number 1. Josh Peacock takes the lead off into the corner. We look back here, racing for 2 already. Casey Brunson back there. Stephen Gregory, what happened to Davey Lamont? Did Davey get put to the rear of the field? Yes, he did. He was put to the back. I believe Caleb Ramsey was as well. So look, maybe some penalties to pay out here from last week. Putting Davey Lamont to the rear allows Josh Peacock to drive out with the race lead. 2 car lengths over. Casey Brunson in for second. Good run early on to the go for that number 35 of Stephen Gregory. He finds the third position. Alex Cummings, a 631. He rides fourth. Look at that move to the inside for the 35 of Stephen Gregory. Tries to make it happen. Down low as Peacock and Brunson ride the outside lane of the racetrack, which is going to be the normal part here tonight. So I looked over, I see Jason Salter, our buddy over here on the Facebook Live chat, and said, these guys are really wall riding out here tonight. And yeah, they all are. You're going to see a lot of that all night. I think David and the gang knew what we were getting into with this racetrack at Kokomo, and they're going to put on the best race they possibly can. Peacock leading over Casey Brunson, but it may be a fact tonight of qualifying that played such a big key pivotal role, going out there, not making mistakes in your heat race and getting that premium track position, holding on for 35 laps around. Looks like Casey Brunson's car, the 10 car to the bottom of Josh Peacock. That's a pair of teammates right there. They are really going at it for positions number 1 and 2 off turn number 2. Casey was trying to make a peek to the inside. It's just so dang tough to do here at Kokomo. Racetrack is really, really rough to drive on. It's a nice little track. It's really cool to watch, but it definitely doesn't have the greatest racing we've seen right now. Hopefully iRacing will get this thing right in the next build. Brunson going around off of turn number 2 as he trying to make that big move. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. Caution flag for the first time tonight, brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Comes out on the opening laps here. Lap number 8 of a 35-lap main event in the story. Racing for the race lead off of turns number 1 and 2. Casey Brunson to the low side of Josh Peacock. Back end got a little tad bit light. You see it wash up the hill. I think he spun himself out instead of wrecking the 61. I think that's exactly where the BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay is going to show off, and puts a caution flag here early on now, working lap number 10, expecting caution laps to really be quick here at Kokomo. Only a quarter mile. These laps take about 15 seconds under green, about 23 seconds under yellow, so no time is going to pass at all. We get back to racing here probably a lap from now, I'm expecting, as we get off turn number 4 behind the iRacing.com Chevrolet Silverado pace truck. The lights go out around the quarter mile here. Great to be out in the state of Indiana tonight. No, Jack was really happy to stay close to home on a Friday night. Made me travel halfway across the country. But hey, what the heck? What do I got better to do, right? I'm out here 6 nights a week with you guys. I love doing what we do as we are doubled up through turns number 3 and 4. We go back. iRacing, I flag. Green flag up in the air. Josh Peacock slams that loud pedal down first and now leads Stephen Gregory to fight with the 631 of Alex Cummings to the low side, racing for P2, and a great move to the outside lane for that number 10 car. 18 or 10 on the side of that thing. Tough to tell from where I'm sitting here. Camera's not the best here at Kokomo. It's a 10 of Davey Lamont. Davey doing a good job. Got a pair of 10s out there. Lamont's number 10 car now around Alex Cummings. But the white number 10 car of Davey Lamont now up to third. Peacock leading now over Stephen Gregory. Gregory out there in car number 5. It said 35 insert, but it looks like a pretty dang solid number 5 on the side of that thing. So we'll call 35 to 5 there in the second spot. Stephen Gregory running down the back of the 61 of Peacock. Josh running more the middle lane of the racetrack here as we're getting pretty dang close. We got one in the Uke tire, Jack says, over in turns number 3 and 4. And Davey Lamont in the Uke tire. He was flirting with it earlier. He hit it. I don't know if it destroyed the race car, but we're still green here in Kokomo, and why not? We were talking, before the race got on the air. That Uke tire down there, that looks like a pretty big, hefty tractor tire down there. So you're probably going to be able to see what's going on down there. But as tough as these corners are, the way you approach them, you want to throw it in down low, try to make a slider in these tight little corners, this tight quarters of a racetrack. You probably run the risk of hitting the Uke tire, and Davey did that right there aboard his number 10 and put his car down. Looks like back to the rear of the field, running in the nice spot. David Koontz 1 lap down aboard car number 19. He runs 10th, but it is all Josh Peacock up front, who we are already halfway home here, working lap number 18 of 35. Peacock leading off turn number 4. Stephen Gregory for a second. Those two cars have gapped the field about a full 2 seconds over Alex Cummings back in third. Willie Whitaker for fourth. Fifth is Caleb Ramsey. Casey Brunson has worked his way back to the 6th spot. Michael Redding, Marvin Koontz, Davey Lamont, David Koontz making up our 10-car field tonight here in Kokomo. As I want to take a look back here and see the progress of what Casey Brunson is in the 0-10, as they have a good little wad of race cars back there racing around for spots 4, 5, 6 on back as Casey to the low side, and that is a wad of there. Willie Whitaker's 37 in the mix. Caleb Ramsey's 13 car Michael Redding in the deuce. Those guys all getting after over there. Looks like Casey going to be the better one in that one. Put Casey Brunson's 10 now up to position number 4. And he's going to have work to do if he has to chase down the back of Alex Cummings in the 631 as he's gapped him pretty good there. About a full second plus over those top 2 up front. But Caleb riding the wall at number 13. He's going to probably fall a spot or two as he was up there wall riding pretty dang good. Peacock leading over Stephen Gregory. Alex Cummings holding on for third, but we're going to slow it back down here late. 22 laps in, we find our second Hannibal Record Service caution flag of the night. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Slow the field back down. Get the pace truck back out there, and let's see what happened. BladeNote.com. Full velocity is the replay. Caleb Ramsey was doing a little bit of wall riding, and he sat on the wall. Now, we may need a ruling here. And I'm going to ask you guys out there through Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV to help me out with this one. We've talked about the leaner, 2 points. So Todd made that one clear. He was a leaner. We call 2 points. We get turtle, that's 1 point. He's upside down. What do you call a guy sitting on top of the wall? I don't know. He was on top of tires out there. So I think Jack says 3 points. I'm thinking we may have just found our first ringer of the night. First ringer ever on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Caleb Ramsey up on the tires. Looks like his night completely done. Car shattered, destroyed, and I don't know what you can say about that. We have our very first ringer. I think that classifies as one. What do you guys think there live on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch? I know you guys are out there watching. Jason's just stuck. I mean, is that a ringer? I mean, all is fair in love and war, horseshoes, hand grenades, that whole kind of thing. I'm calling 3 points right there. As we go back to iRacing Guy flag, green flag, 27 laps on the board now. Getting down to the closing moments. The closing state is 5-race challenge. Max Throttle Motorsports going to thank David Koontz for stepping up, putting this racing series on. We've covered the last 3 events now of the 5. We were happy to do so. Fun to come out here with a quick, fast Friday night. And the Full Velocity Racing Network is Josh Peacock leading over Stephen Gregory down in turns number 3 and 4. Is that Casey Brunson, a 10 car? Casey making some work. He's now up to third. Alex Cummings looks like may have lost ground there as well. The 2 of Michael Redding got to the inside, so Michael Redding's 2 car up to the 4th spot in the closing laps, drop kicking. Alex Cummings with a 6 going back to 5th, but we're going to race it up for 2nd because Casey Brunson has found himself to the low side of Stephen Gregory in a pretty dang little drag race here, where this time by the 61 of Josh Peacock. He is going to get a fistful of knuckles down. 5 laps remaining around the quarter-mile Kokomo Speedway for car number 61. Stephen Gregory holding on for 2nd by the space of the paint on the walls. He's up there wall riding in the number 5. Casey Brunson back there in 3rd. Good run from Michael Redding, the 2 car there. The 4 spotters. Alex Cummings back to 4th now. Davey Lamont up to 5th. Michael Redding has slid back to position 6 and car number 2. Tough to tell what guys are over there sliding up to the wall, seeing who's kind of shape-shifting around is all I know. Peacock leading over Gregory and Brunson. That is our current top 3 running out of laps here now. 33 laps going up on the board next time around, and I think it is safe to say I see the starter putting those 2 sticks in the air. 2 more trips around the quarter mile for the driver of car number 61. Josh Peacock going to lead them off of turn number 4 down into turn number 1. Look at Stephen Gregory going to try to put a little bit of a little front in there, right front looking down low into turns number 3 and 4. Peacock slips up a little bit. Gregory's going to fender down there as we take the white flag on the speedway. 1 more trip around. Can Blinky make it happen aboard car number 5 as he is blinking the aliens trying to induct that number 5 into 3 and 4 for the final time. Oh, as they drive in, he makes contact with Peacock. Josh gets back on the throttle and taking down the win will be driver of car number 61, Josh Peacock. Casey Brunson going to finish up 2nd. Michael Redding will grab 3rd. Stephen Gregory, the Hail Mary, drop kicks him back to 4th. Alex Cummings will finish up 5th. Davey Lamont, Willie Whitaker, Marvin Koontz, David Koontz, Caleb Ramsey rounding out our 10-car field here tonight. That was pretty exciting down to the end. God, the run there to the low side for that number 5 of Stephen Gregory. He had to throw 1 Hail Mary to try to get underneath that 61 of Josh Peacock. Falls a little bit short and falls him all the way back to position number 4. So we will definitely get down there. And we'll also talk to Casey Brunson in the 0-10 at 10 car, finishing up second and finishing third here tonight. Aboard car number 2 will be Michael Redding. So this is going to be a pretty dang little fun post race right here as we move these guys around. We'll get to it for the BladeNote.com post race show here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll get down here trackside first. We'll talk to tonight's third place finisher aboard car number 2, Michael Redding. Michael, a pretty good run for you here. In a solid top 3 run. Started from dead last. You started 10th. You got to a top 3, buddy. Tell us about 35 laps here at Kokomo. Pretty tough little racetrack to race around.
Yeah, I love this whole place. I mean, it wasn't our race here, but we struggled all night with speed, just trying to find the right spots and be able to pass. But we managed top 3 there because they spun out and everything. But we're just lucky to get third.
Oh, sometimes you got to be more lucky than good, Michael. But you had a good piece. You kept the car underneath you in the feature. You had to kind of dodge some guys. Passing was so hard. We saw Davey make a move. He got the Ute tire. We saw, late in the going there, Steven making a run for the win off 3 and 4. So dang tough to pass. Is it one of these racetracks? Where do you time your passes here? Can you even attempt to make a pass, or you running in line hoping to capitalize on some of these mistakes to get a good finish?
I'll be honest with you here. A lot of times you can come here and the bottom will just work great. And other times you come here and you just got to run the top and time your pass. But tonight was one of those nights where you had to time your pass just right. And, Steven, being my teammate there, he tried to time it just right and failed on it. And, Davey, I guess he got caught up in some early deals, but he was doing a good job of timing his passes as well. And, it was just one of them races, man, where it was just top dominant. And I was really hoping it wouldn't be. I was hoping it'd be multiple groove, but it wasn't. But it is what it is, and we'll walk out here with third place and a good points run for our other teammate, David Lamont there.
Sure was a really fun night here, really good night. This racetrack can be a lot of fun, can be in a race like this, but hey, like you said, it is what it is. But Michael, you get a top 3 run here live tonight, the Full Velocity Racing Network. We are live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Anybody out there watching, you want to say hello to or thank there, buddy? The floor is all yours. Take it away and thank whoever you'd like to thank out there.
Well, if Ruben Smith's still out there watching, one of the guys I work with at work, I hope you enjoyed it, buddy. That's what it's all about out here in iRacing. Definitely got to thank the WR1 Chassis, Wheeler Metals, and Lamont Graphics for a beautiful looking car, and then all the help that Chad Wheeler and all those guys do for my dirt league over there and everything. But and you guys broadcasting, y'all do a great job.
Well, we certainly appreciate that, folks. So there you have it, trackside, the driver of car number 2, the Deuce of Michael Redding, finishing up in position number 3 tonight here at Kokomo. We'll let him get to it, and we'll walk down here. We get a pair of friends and buddies down here on the top 2 tonight. We get to talk to our buddy Casey Brunson aboard car number 10. Casey, a solid second-place effort for you. You had to pass more cars than anybody else on a track that was really, really tough to pass on. Not a lot of laps to get done there, brother. Tell us about your race car.
Oh, it was pretty good. I think I started like third. Got up to hunt second beside Peacock. Rode for a little bit and started to try to ride next to him or slash past him, but bounced off the wall a little bit and he came down and hit me. It was just all an accident on purpose, but came back to the field, ran the bottom again to get past some cars, and just finally rode it out on the top.
You're a guy all week long who was found the bottom side of a racetrack fast when a lot of guys have been up there riding against the wall, making time. I'm not sure if it's your driving style or something you found that was working for you in the setups, but passing all the cars you did, you said you started third, you got up behind Josh, you spun out, you went to the rear, you charged all the way back through. Is that race car, is that groove on the racetrack, is it something you found? Do you want to share any secrets of how you got so quick around here? Low side all week, that's been your place.
Sometimes you just got to go where they're not and can't pass anybody. Let's just go around them on the bottom. I kind of like around the bottom in the real car in this game too. This is kind of what I like to do.
Okay, so it's really good to have you guys out here live on a Friday night. Owen's going to catch up with buddies here on an off night away from, I guess what I would say, the main nest on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. But we get you here live, Full Velocity Post-Race Show once again, live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. You know how this gig works, buddy. Take the floor away and thank everybody to thank out there.
Like I think Eric got state reps. I said I kind of messed up on Eric. Ice That Wraps for painting these cars, and y'all guys are broadcasting.
All right, I love this guy right here. A hell of a good driver, really good guy, good friend of ours. Casey Brunson aboard. Carter 010 out there tonight, finishing aboard in the second spot. We'll let him get back to it, and we will walk down here to BladeNo.com Victory Lane, where I believe we find this maybe the series champion down here for this series. Not sure he ran all 5. No, we missed the first 2 races. It is our good buddy from Bulletproof Motorsports, car number 61, Josh Peacock, who once again graces BladeNo.com Victory Lane. Josh, a tough racetrack. How critical was qualifying out here tonight? You put a hell of a lap down, beat the field by almost 2/10, and that really set the tone for your whole night. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough racetrack, especially in qualifying, because that wall reach out and grab you in a second. But yeah, first off, I congratulate Alex Cummings on his points win. I made all the races except Lanier. That bit the car, put the last nail in the coffin for me. He won it by 10.
Oh, dang. Well, that's good to know, and I wish Alex was still here because I would grab him in the post race. Looks like he's already taken off his. I didn't have the point standings in front of me here tonight. I was kind of going to take a guess what I thought I saw studying the first 2 races, and who knows the heck Phil knows about points racing. We go out here and have a lot of fun with you guys, but what did Casey Brunson have under his car tonight? He was probably the best challenge you had for the lead, spun off the back end of your car, charged all the way back for the rear of the field, coming back to second. He passed guys down low on a racetrack that really didn't have a low side to it. Was there a low side? Did Casey found something that nobody else could? What do you think?
No, I was too scared to really search around that much. But he definitely had something. I glanced up in the mirror and seen him cut down. I thought he was going to throw the slider. I done had it set for the crossover, but I made a big mistake there. I'm really glad he did at least come back to second, though. I felt bad about that.
Well, Josh, you've had a really good couple of weeks here. You get a win at Kokomo here tonight, live on a Friday night. Picked up a couple of wins in this series, buddy. I'm going to give you the microphone one more time. I think you know how this bit works. Thank you. I'd like to thank is our BladeNo.com Victory Lane presenter here this evening.
Now, first off, I thank David or Max Throttle for Motorsports for putting this little deal on. It was definitely a fun little series to run, and I got to make a little bit of money at it as well. And I'd like to thank you guys putting out the broadcast, and I'd like to thank my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports, all the help they do, and hopefully we can continue.
I agree. Well, these guys have been certainly on a tear. This guy right here been carrying the Bulletproof flag proudly. Car number 61, Josh Peacock. He ends up at BladeNo.com Victory Lane tonight. We let him go. We walk down here. We grab the series champion for the Max Throttle Motorsports 5-week Street Stock Challenge. The champion by 10 points in board. Car number 631. Alex Cummings, buddy, didn't get the top 3 run that I thought you may have, but you walk away with the crown as a series champion, bud. Congratulations. That has to feel great.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's always glad to I got there, just barely beat Josh there by 10 points. 1 spot back. We ended up taking the lead in points.
Well, I'll tell you what, we rolled into Kokomo here tonight with all the marbles on the line. No cash prize up for the top 5. Of course, the lion's share goes to the champion. This tight little quarters of a quarter-mile racetrack in a place that's very tough to drive. Always seems to go topside dominant. We did see some guys pass down low. How did it treat your car tonight? You had a feast of famine kind tonight. We're up near the front, drifting toward the back. Was it as much of a handful as it kind of appeared to be?
Oh yeah, this track I think it's always been a handful. This actually only makes my second time even running a race here. Still trying to learn the line and everything, but it was a handful for sure though.
Well, but it's really cool to get you up here at the post-race show. Call you the 5-week Street Stock Series champion here at the Max Throttle Motorsports Group. I'm going to give you the mic one more time as our series champ. Take the floor away. I'd like to thank for getting you out here. Terrific job.
I just got to thank David for putting the series on. Thank y'all for broadcasting at full velocity. I'd like to thank all my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports. They'll do what I do without them.
I agree. That is a really, really classy, good team, and it's Alex Cummings waving the Bulletproof flag proud. They take not only the win here tonight, they take the series champion. Great job by him. Great job by all these guys. And let's see real quick if we talked to the guy who put this thing in. Oh, maybe I can't move number 19 of David Coots around. But I thank David for all his contributions to this series, getting this thing together. It's been a lot of fun to cover. For all the gang over here, for him, for Marvin, for Davey, all the group, it's been a good time. Stephen Gregory, can't forget him. Got to thank a great sponsor they have in Stupid Fresh Graphics. Got to thank our sponsors once again: Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Monstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. For all you gang out there that watch night after night here live, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, for Jack Truan, Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, and the rest of the cast of characters, which are very many here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil the Cast going to sign off. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here live. DWR doubleheader coming up Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So for Jack, I am Phil. We'll see you next time right here live on your source for esports racing.